knock the opponent out if you know the sensitive nerve points, the mental foramen, the nose, of course, the temple, the eye, right behind the ear, all these deadly targets for martial arts and for boxing. All of these points where you can hit and affect just wonderful, wonderful stuff. It's actually not true that the quickest point between two lines is a straight line. You know, if you're dealing with gravity, there's a slight curve. There's a scientific name for it, but the slight loop is actually faster molecularly than a straight line or a curve as far as getting between 2 points. But definitely trying to yoke these power shots takes longer, overcommits your neurology, your timing, your nervous system, your physiology, your whole body. Because even if you recover quickly, there's that point, boom, where you're wide open. And that point is like much shorter for straight punches. Not only that, yeah, if you're really athletic, if you have a lot of strength, you can line up several hooks and uppercuts. But even that takes a lot of energy. Whereas throwing the same amount of straight punches, you can do it in continuity like 3, 4, 5 times as much. And like I said, they're just as effective, if not more effective. Because if you're inside, you're slipping and ripping and getting those hooks off, how many are you going to be able to get off before your opponent merely just steps out of the pocket? Whereas moving forward or moving backward with those straight punches, you can just Manny Pacquiao the guy and light him up. Manny Pacquiao is actually a perfect example. I mean, he was fighting guys who had such great arm strength and shoulder strength and knockout shots. And all Manny would do is step in with his feet and his perfect footwork, pop, 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 with straight shots, and find the target and just run through divisions doing that. So that's the idea with today's talk, with today's thinking, is throwing a straight punch requires full extension, going straight to the target, not over here, not over there, right along your own center line. You'll understand what that means later. And look, it's not totally locked out, but I've trained it over time to lock out like a straight bar, even though it's not. You see that 5-degree kink, the bend in the bar? After a while, it becomes natural. You learn to lock in that bend at the very last moment, to the point where you can't even snap it out and hurt your elbow and throw a totally straight punch if you want it. Your body's naturally gonna catch it. So it totally braces your elbow, your shoulder, because if you just snap your arm out, you're gonna hyperextend your elbow. That's not how you throw a powerful punch. And the power is gonna break and dissipate. You want it to be one solid piece at the end, which is where weight and leverage comes from. It's having a conduit, having a shape through which energy can travel in either direction. So that's the idea with punching. I know a lot of people say it's like a rock on a string. Well, in peekaboo style, not so much. The jab is more like a stick. It's more like a piston. And that jab can have the same power as a hook, same power as an uppercut, same power as a cross. It can be just as powerful as any other punch, because we're starting it not from this neutral position, but from this blocking the left hook position. And look, our rear shoulder is loaded up now. So this is the same position we start our left hook from. We're gonna start this beautiful power jab from the turtle guard, from that position where the shoulders are replaced. So it's almost ridiculous the power we have. It's like starting a right hand instead of in your regular stance, like totally loaded up. Like you're extra, extra loading up on it. Well, in a very natural flow of combat, we achieve that through the replacement of the shoulders that just comes about naturally through blocking and through striking, through this natural chain of punches. that's happening. Front shoulder becomes the rear shoulder becomes the front shoulder. Hands either turn over in punches, pronate like this, or supinate in hooks, or pronate again, uppercuts, or pronate again in hooks, or simply work our blocks and our parries and our shields, all of our various weapons, the diagonal, the straight ones, the mirror side ones, through the same motion, which is of course coming from the bicycling of the feet, the hips, the lower belly moving and directing everything. So for total beginners, which is who this is for, really just take it slow, master moving really slowly from the core. That's what's gonna enable you to use your athleticism and get and timing and wire the skill into your neurology so that the motions come out right, so that you're not just swinging the arm. So you're using the whole body as one unit and achieving the same velocity if you were swinging the arm, but doing that through the replacement of the shoulders, the clip-clopping of the feet, the lifting of the heels, which is affecting the glutes and the abdomen, the lower belly, the iliopsoas, all these muscles inside. So I know it looks like everything's moving up here. This is all being equalized by the power of the legs and the lower back. So remember that. Keep the technique proper. Keep the legs, the core activated. Don't just do this using the shoulders, because you're going to exhaust yourself and you're going to leave yourself vulnerable and out of position. And you're not going to be delivering a lot of power unless you have huge shoulders. Yes, then maybe you could just swing from the shoulders. But if you're just regular size human being, you're going to need to push down off the feet with leverage, twist off the feet, understand the science, and have strength and athleticism and endurance in order to effect this knockout shot.